the camouflage that made paintball famous. The Tyger stripe is almost synonymous with old school, because when I got into the sport, all the guys, you could tell if they were good if they were wearing Tyger stripe, because that's what all the pros wore. This is the camouflage that everybody, if you were good, you were wearing Tyger stripe. Now this is the pullover and, of course, the pants combo. This is actually the start of the cami-jammy revolution, which I'm going to talk about next time. The history of the pullover, now this is, I'm probably wrong on this, but this is the best explanation that I've been given, was that when a big tournament was coming up, and Tim Schloss, who was in charge of Tyger Stripe Productions at the time, he needed to get his camouflage out to his teams very quickly, and so rather than make full BDU jackets, they just made the fastest thing that they could, which is a raglan sleeve, which is the basic front, a basic back, and some basic pants, and just go for it. And the teams loved it. And this is basically what it became after a while. You just have the basic Tyger stripe. You've, of course, got the boolie cap, which I talked about a while ago. And, of course, you get all the accoutrements. I don't have it with me. It's in storage, but I still got my unique sporting six-pack. And I'm backing up as far as I can to show you. But these are very tight to the leg, almost uncomfortably tight to the body. Again, the reason was that the idea was you're supposed to wear knee pads, knee and shin guards over the camouflage itself, to protect you while you're doing slides and dives in the woods and stuff. And these were pretty durable for what they were. I mean, I had this for many, many, many moons, and the worst I did to it was I managed to cut a hole in the knee, and I did that on a license plate walking through a parking lot. Like I said, all the pros wore Tyger stripe. You were either a Tyger stripe guy or you were a Realtree guy, and most of the guys were Tyger stripe guys. Matter of fact, the guy who got me inspired to doing all the paintball stuff, Fred Schultz, he actually had a special kind of Tyger stripe. Let me throw this on real quick. This, when I saw this, I just thought, coolest thing ever. The old Tyger stripe with the black sleeves. At the time, this was exclusive. You couldn't get one of these things unless you were in the know or connected. Then like a season or so later, they made this type of style available to the masses, and that's when I got it. I actually got it from the St. Louis Big Game. I went down to the store and I bought it off the rack. And I'm still using it too. I mean, because it actually works really well. I like it. And on this one, you can actually kind of see what I mean by a raglan sleeve. Actually, the sleeve runs all the way up the seam and down here. It's when you sew, it's actually a very fast stitch to do. But the thing is, for paintball players, we loved it because it was very basic. There was no hard stuff in the front. You could tighten it up. Most guys, when you would wear a belt, you kind of blouse the shirt up a little bit, kind of give you a little bit of a padding, a little bit of a cushioning, so that if the ball did hit you, you have a stand a chance to maybe kind of bounce. But the coolest look for this is the black sleeves with the black pants. That was my favorite classic old school look, and Fred Schultz pulled it off really well. And yeah, I'm kind of a fanboy for Fred Schultz. We're all fanboys for something. I would dare to say that this pullover itself was probably the turning point in paintball where we stopped looking like militia and started looking more like sporting types. Because when we started doing the pullovers, we kind of were weaning away from the BDU look, and we were kind of coming back to this whole idea of jerseys and such. There's a whole evolution towards jerseys and things like that, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I still got one more thing to show you.